Hi, it's Kyle again from Hermosillo, Mexico, and on this vlog I'm going to talk about my most memorable experience while I've been here, which also just happens to be my best day. So I'm also going to talk about my worst day and how it's really made me grow. So the most memorable experience actually happened 2 days ago now when we went to Isla Tiburón, which was really cool. It's called Shark Island. I didn't see any sharks because that's what Isla Tiburón means in English. So to start off, we woke up really late as to when we were supposed to get there. We were supposed to be there at 8. We probably didn't wake up till 8. We ended up eating breakfast until about 9. We got halfway there, and then we ended up turning back and picking up more people. Anna Elena's son's best friends, so we ended up picking up more people, but you know, the more the merrier. So we ended up getting there about 10:30. It was actually the Seti reservation. It's a Native America's tribe that actually owns the island. It's the biggest island in Mexico. But once we got there, we ended up actually kayaking to the island. So me and Katie got in the kayak along with Logan and Olivia, Sophia, Chico, and then our guide, I can't remember his name, and Alex. And then we all kayaked over to the island. They said it was going to be an hour, but it ended up feeling about like 2. But you know, I had fun. Other people didn't so much, but I really liked it. So that was fun. And then once we actually got there, we ended up walking through this kind of like marshy, almost like a swamp, but it was a river off of the ocean into the island. But it was really cool to see a lot of the plants, and we got to kind of walk around this island that was seemingly untouched by modern society, which I really liked because it's been separated and watched by the Seti tribe for all these years. But it was really amazing to see this kind of all-natural island. So seeing the island was really cool. So that's probably been the best day, at least most interesting so far here. And then as for a worst day, it's really hard to pick a worst day because pretty much all the days have been great. But probably the worst day was the day after, when I had to deal with this amazing sunburn, and you can tell the contrast with my regular skin. So yeah, you can also see that on my face, and it's just everywhere. It's really bad, but it doesn't hurt that much, but trying to lay down and sleep, it was just terrible. And then going to the pier, I didn't think we were going to the pier, so I actually had a tank top on still. So when we went to the pier, it was like I was recharging the sunburn. But you know, it was still fun. It's just, out of all the days, it's probably been the least fun, just because of the sunburn. Just kind of making everything painful. But other than that, I mean, everything's really been great. And then how it's made me grow as a person, that day in particular just kind of opened me up to a world that I just kind of forget that it still exists sometimes. Sometimes I get so caught up in what I'm doing at school or at home or in Phoenix that I forget that there's still a world out there to be explored and that's untouched by all these institutions and things we built up. But it's really, really, really cool. And then just kind of in general, along with the whole trip, it's just opened me up to so much more culture that before this trip I thought that the world was really all the same. I didn't think there was much that made us all different because we're all people. But I'm really seeing that even though people are all people and they're all equals, people act differently, and there's a lot of parts of this culture, especially the food, that we need to incorporate into our own. We need to be more accepting of. We need to stop being so quick to push it away and block it out when we should be willing to accept it and incorporate it in. I mean, and I really thought about, you know, what America was built on, the melting pot of cultures, and I really see why that's so amazing, because there's so many parts of culture in so many different places that are amazing, that just astound me every day. But stuff like that, and that trip is really what's changed me so far. I feel much more like an adult and mature after this trip, even though it feels a little cliche and sappy. It's really true as to how I feel about this trip. So that's my thoughts about my best, worst day and how it's changed my outlook on life. So thank you for watching my vlog, and I'll be back next time. We're kayaking back now. Hey, that's a cool island over there.